What's up everyone, khronoe here today playing some more Hellion. If you enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video with others if you think they'll enjoy it. So I did a video yesterday and put it up, and almost immediately after I began rendering it, they patched the game. And they patched the game to address several issues that some of us in the community have felt fairly strongly about, and fix a lot of bugs. And this was one of the ones that I thought they needed to put in. Although I never voiced it to them, it was great that they did it. And it seems like they had obviously had this in the works to begin with, but it wasn't there at launch. And that is these tablets. These are amazing because my take on it was you're coming out of cryo sleep. You're going to be kind of bleary coming out of cryo sleep. You may not remember every single thing that you're supposed to do, so we have these emergency procedure tablets here. And as you can see, it says this manual is intended for emergency situations where the superior officer is unavailable. It contains basic safety instructions and latest protocols for operating MK2 hibernation module according to Altair Corporation safety regulations, and then gives you a complete list of what to do. That's awesome. I figured most of that out, and some of it I found out through research on the internets and YouTubes and all that good stuff. But they put that in for what you're supposed to do to get life support running and what you're supposed to do to get your suit up to speed and how to use it. So very, very welcome addition to the game. Also in the patch notes, they did some server infrastructure improvements. They migrated the new data center in the UK to improve performance. They set the number of players per server to 60 for some official servers. Faster ping updates for the server list. The list of servers with created characters will now appear at the top of your server list. So wherever you have created a character, that will be on the top of your server list. They also did a lot of bug fixes. So they have the pilot panel, which prohibited multiple players from interacting with the piloting interface at the same time. Asteroid collisions, a whole bunch of just various bugs, and I'm not going to read the entire list, but there are several good bugs. I would definitely recommend reading through that list. The biggest one that they fixed for me was the camera bug. When you are getting into the pilot seat of the ship, it would freak out sometimes. That would cause you to have to restart the game, and I'm about to go check that one out because I hadn't done so yet. But I had already cranked up this game and went through the basics, and I went ahead and got the airlock module, and I brought it to this side because this side is the one that when you first come out of it, you cannot depressurize. So I brought the airlock module over here so that we didn't have to worry about that anymore. So as you can see here, there it is. That way we can dock the ship to the other side because we can depressurize and repressurize it. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you, this was amazing too. Not only did they put in the help tablets, but they also, if you hit F1, put in these amazing help screens to give you all of the keys to use for this one, which was extremely welcome. We knew this, but most people were having problems with this. You know, you hit R to pull up this docking screen, but this is the ones that we didn't know. You can select which module you want to dock it to, but I think it's either scrolling the mouse wheel or clicking the middle mouse wheel. But this was the one right here. Left click and right click will change which port you want to dock it to, and I'll go get on the main ship here in just a moment to show you that. But this was very welcome. And then we've got this right here, which shows you the flight controls. So you can hit T to scroll up and down and select the target, tab to exit piloting. Then we have this target, which is this here on the user interface, currently selected point of reference. Number 2 is the RCS helper. Guides thrust to decrease off speed bar represents the off speed intensity direction indicator. So prograde, retrograde. On number 3 here, on speed, directional speed towards the target, and then number 4 is off speed, lateral speed component of relative speed. So this shows how fast you're approaching the target. This is the speed of your ship, I think. I could be reading that wrong, so that's what it sounds like anyway. At any rate, what I wanted to show was the fact that they put this in, which is very welcome. So if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely hit F1 in your game to use that as a reference. So let me go get the other ship and start it back this way, and then I'll demonstrate the way that you can select the docks. So I'll be back in a moment. One thing that I meant to mention too in my last video that I think that I mentioned, but I think I cut it by accident, was that even on this ship that you need to take to the station, you need to check the parts on it as well to make sure that it is operational 100%. For example, right here on the life support on the lower deck, this pressure regulator is bad. So what we need to do is get a better pressure regulator. Let's see, did I pick up a better one? That's a resource injector. That one's orange. That one's in not so good shape. There are some of these parts here. So right here I think is a good one. Yep. So let's pick it up. It's in a green state. So let's find it. Is that, that's resource injector. There we go. That's the one that we want. So we pop that puppy in there and it is green. And then this air filter here is already green, so it's good to go. But upstairs in the engine, one of the thermal catalyst is almost gone. That's a containment field generator. We want a catalyst. So let's go up here. What kind of shape is it in? It's 80%. The other one was 20%. So let's go up there and replace it because it was in bad shape. And according to what I'm reading on the summary here, if we look at it, you can see that this one right here is at 96%, so it's in good shape. This one is at 20%, and this says it affects max power output of the power generator. So that's one that we want to fix. Now the problem is you can't really readily tell which one of these is bad just by looking at it. So what I've noticed is that it looks like it's relative. So this is the one on the left and this is the one on the right. So let's take that one out and then put this one in and see where we are. So that one is now 80% and 96%. So if we take that out, what I want to see is we're at 61%. That's the total fuel that we have. Power output is 2,000. If we put that back in, I'm not seeing any major difference, but there we go. It's fixed at that point. So point being is to check all your parts and make sure all of your parts are in good working order before you start doing anything, because it could have a bad effect on you. And the containment field generator I think is okay. It's at 58%. We have some more parts down there, so any of these parts that need to be replaced, keep an eye on them and check the parts boxes downstairs. This is the other thing that I noticed that they changed, because this did say door control, so they changed it to elevator control, and that eliminates some of the confusion. So I'm glad they did that. So anyway, I'm here at the ship, and I am hopefully not going to have the problem that I had before with the camera. Hey, I didn't want to pick you up. Let's just pop you in there. And it didn't always happen 100% of the time, but it's not happening so far, and this feels a little bit better. They fixed a couple other bugs in this too. So let's get our docking menu up here, and you can see we have one docking module available to us. Let's hit the R button and navigate our ship down to the station. maybe. Easy. Oh, we're close to it. Ah, come on. Holding shift to stabilize this to make it a little bit better. Once you get some momentum going, it's hard to control this thing. Because what I want to show you is how to change your docking ports. Here we go. Okay. So as you can see, we've got that glow. But if we left and right, oh, it only gives us the one option because we can only dock to that one port. Alright, so anyway, my screw ups aside, if you hit the left click or right click on your mouse, it will let you change the available docks. So it's only going to let us dock at this one. It's not going to let us dock on the airlock, which, you know, that's okay because this is where I want it to dock it anyway. So it works out. But regardless, you left click, right click when you have these things up, and it gives you the option to change. So let's get this guy docked. Need to rotate. Slow it down. All right. Oh, come on, slow down. Sorry, I try to be a little bit more talkative, but I'm like really hyper-focused on getting this done. Alright, come on, bring it in. Line up is good. Slow down a little bit. And we're almost there. Got it. All right. Thank goodness. Let's tap. This is where I normally ran into the bug. All right, now let's get back in the chair. And it worked. Now, let's try that again. It would happen like 50% of the time, so it does look like they have fixed that problem. Thank goodness. Awesome. So there we go. So that's just a quick look at some of the changes and updates that they've made. Also, they did make some changes to the server. Anyone that's running the servers has probably seen this, but they made some updates on the back end too. They changed the server INI file so that it has some better examples of how to configure it. The problem that I ran into was once it updated, though, it deleted the INI file that I had, and stupid me, I forgot to make a backup of the INI file. Luckily, I knew what to set in it, but if you are running a server and haven't updated it yet, just be aware of that. Make sure you've got a backup of the INI because the update does delete it. So, at any rate, that's a quick look at it. On the next video, I am going to try to start actually doing more beyond this point. I just wanted to show some of the stuff in the update because it's pretty significant. So, again, I hope you guys like the videos. If you do, please remember to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the video with others, and we'll see you in the next one.